Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert is now a 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. And he says that award is about making your team better. A lot of things you don't see in the stats. If you play good defense, most of the time you don't get a block because it doesn't reach that point. They don't even come inside. Guys, the lane is closed.
He is an intimidating factor for sure. David, thanks. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Marcus Morris.
And looking at his offensive numbers from the past few years, it seems like teams around the league have kind of figured him out. He's having to work a lot harder for his points, and they haven't been coming nearly as easily as they used to.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. George in the front court, along with Leonard. Reggie Jackson out there with Powell, and it's Zubac in at the center. And for Utah, Conley is the point with Mitchell as the 2 guard. Rudy Gay is out there with Whiteside, and it's Gobert in at the 5 down low. What do you think, Brett, happens to a team with its chemistry at this stage of the season? Teammates have spent clearly a lot of time together by this point.
Well, I think you try to find ways to still keep practice entertaining and try to find those days off and sneak in some things that are, outside of what the monotony of a season might be over the course of 6 or 7 months. So continuing to be creative with a day off, maybe visits in the city to someplace that guys haven't been before, team dinners and things like that to still promote the camaraderie you want and togetherness of the team, Kevin. That becomes extremely important at this point of the year.
Conley's shot is off. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Utah.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
Mitchell wide open. Another miss by Utah. Inside, here's Leonard, and it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, there are some ways to fire up your teammates. That right there is one of them, thanks to Kawhi Leonard.
Utah with the ball. Mitchell kicks to Whiteside. The Jazz working the ball around now. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Here's Jackson. Leonard looking around. Outside for George. Nailed from three-point land.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Conley against Jackson. Mitchell outside. Pass to Gobert. Gobert double teamed. No one near Conley as he lets it go. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Now here's Jackson. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game.
Whiteside, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. That one's swatted.
Jazz have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Zubac against Gobert for 3. Mitchell. It's hauled in by Zubac. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And they call him Spider because of that long wingspan, 6'10" at present, but standing 6'1". Mitchell needs that to compete defensively at that shooting guard position. Conley
against Leonard. Right side, Conley. Gay with no one around. Connects from three-point range. And we know what Mitchell can do offensively. But, Greg, how do you evaluate his defensive game?
And, Kevin, without question, there's room for improvement. I'd say he's probably below average, but he has the tools that if he tightens up that part of his game, look out.
Now here's Gay. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. Gay against George. Gay can't get it to go. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Jackson finds Leonard. Now Zubac, over by Conley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Here's Conley. 11 points last game. Mitchell outside. Passes it to Gay. Jazz working now with the fresh shot clock. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Whiteside. Mitchell's got 5 points so far. The Clippers in the lead. Outside Jackson. Kicks it to Leonard. Over Conley. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He has 6.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. And he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Mitchell with the bounce pass. Got a piece of it. Gay with it. George picks him up from the line. They get it back. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
You think about Hassan Whiteside's road to where he is now, a second-round pick. Spent some time in the D-League, now the G-League. And it's great to see him turn his career around. You just wonder how hungry is he to maximize his talent in the years to come.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one.
Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. And he's good on the second. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns. Conley against Jackson. Gobert with the block.
And that's why you want Gobert on the floor. He's as good defensively as any big you will ever see.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Jackson. Following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Here's Leonard. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
It looks like an orange in his hand, and Kawhi tenacious to the rim with that finish.
Awesome display of athleticism captured by your AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Mitchell looking it over. Takes it inside, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mann's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers have gone 8 of 12 on field goal attempts so far. Outside Jackson. George passes to Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Man can't hit.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
A shot by Clarkson, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
George finds Zubac. Shoots over Clarkson. Here's Leonard. And oh, what a play. He just palms the block. Jackson against Conley. Over Jackson. Kept alive. Right side. Gobert in the corner. And another shot. And the rejection by Zubac. Here's Mann. The rebound by the Jazz.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
Well, not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Right side George. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. They get Hassan Whiteside.
And we all know what George brings offensively. But it's his ability as a defender that stands out. Great instincts to make plays on that end of the floor.
And he makes the first. And with Paul George and his defense, Greg, you almost forget how great of an impact it makes.
He just kind of flies under the radar with his defensive play. I mean, this guy could be considered for the Defensive Player of the Year almost every year. One of the more disruptive forces on that end of the floor.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for Hassan Whiteside. Eric Paschall, he's checked in for Michael Conley. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Donovan Mitchell.
At this point, you might as well go ahead and chalk up the points when he's at the free throw line. Pretty much automatic.
Paschall's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Leonard. Goes back up. Pass to Mann. Lets the 3 fly. Drops in the tray.
Well, you see the improvement in terms of high-level playmaking. A great understanding of all the offensive scheme that Kawhi Leonard possesses.
Now, here's Clarkson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Jackson against Clarkson. Zubac kicks to Leonard. There's the drive, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to screen down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
Jazz trail by 6. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now the pass to Alexander Walker. Shot clock at 6. And the layup is good.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Now Jackson. And Leonard has it in the corner. A 3 ball. Offensive rebound. Zubac kicks to Leonard. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Pass to Hernangomez. That's his 2nd shot and his 2nd basket. He's 2 for 2.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They lead by 4. A 3 from Leonard. Another miss by Leonard.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And that one good from Clarkson.
And Jordan Clarkson tries to be aggressive for most of the game. And when he's looking to score from the mid-range, if he knocks a couple down, he can be dangerous.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots, but on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, two bad ones, one good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
For the Clippers, Robert Covington's checked in for Leonard. Marcus Morris comes in for George. And it's Luke Kennard in for Jackson. Now, here's Kennard. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Passes to Zubac. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Zubac has got 6. Jazz trail by 4. Hernan Gomez passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Hernan Gomez. A baseline J, and that one goes long. LA's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Pass to Kennard. Left side, Covington. Over Pascal. Covington's shot is off. Utah shooting 40% here in the early stages. Ball's knocked loose. The pass to Clarkson. Back to Hernan Gomez. Clarkson up top. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Wizards in Washington. Clippers leading by 4. Defended by Pascal. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
50 seconds left in the first quarter. Alexander Walker passes to Pascal. Here's Alexander Walker. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Kennard kicks to Zubac. Pass to Mann. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
And that's what you want to see. Good fundamental sound basketball with the bounce back.
Jazz trail by 6. Now, here's Clarkson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Just 3 on the clock, and it comes off the front of the rim. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. Scoring, rebounding. He was all over the place during that quarter. They are riding his performance right now. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And the unselfishness of this Utah Jazz team, a big part of what they're all about. As we hear from All-Star Donovan Mitchell.
You got guys who are continuously making plays, and I think we thrive off of. And I think the best part about it is we don't really care who it is. I think that's what separates us from a lot of teams, and that's what's going to hopefully get us to that next step. I think that's the best thing about this team. It doesn't matter who it is. We're going to go out there and continue to find the open man and play the right way.
And Greg, the depth of the Jazz obviously helping with that equal opportunity approach.
And Kevin, that's a great point. You credit the mindset, but it's also their personnel that makes it possible.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Clippers.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
They also haven't been afraid of taking the ball to the rack. Lots of opportunities at the rim.
So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Clarkson, Eric Pascal out there with Rudy Gay, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the center, locking down the middle. Covington's shot is off. Jazz trail by 9, and keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert may get overlooked, but his coach understands what he means to the Utah Jazz. Quinn Snyder says, his presence on the floor gives us a chance. He's our most important player as far as how he anchors our team. He's the foundation. Kevin, the way they win games, that's saying something.
He is a Defensive Player of the Year multiple times. Phenomenal player. Thanks, D.A. And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Utah. Here's Mann. Rebound by Alexander Walker.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Down low, here's Alexander Walker.
And it seems like we have an invasion of players in the league from Canada. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, one of the latest first-round picks from the North.
Yep, 2019 GA, Alexander Walker, 17th pick in the draft. And he's really close to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. In fact, they're related. That's his cousin. And they did this really cool jersey swap the first time that they faced off against each other. And SGA actually got the best of him in that game, scored 23 back in 2020. But Canada providing some incredible talent to the league the last few years.
And the first one drops. I'm sitting here with former NBA dunk contest champion Brent Berry. Brent, how do you feel about how modern offenses sometimes back away from the paint?
Well, I love it, Kevin. By the way, in the dunk contest, you know there's no defense. So I'm all for that, too, because I didn't play that. But will we go back to low post play? I think what's happened is the post now is used more as an opportunity for offenses to penetrate the defense and then create more movement on the perimeter, and then the ball comes back out. And looking for those three-point shots and taking a higher percentage of those is leading to more winning. So I'm not sure when that changes.
Jazz trail by 5. Clarkson outside. And they recover it. Pascal finds Gay. Clarkson taking his time here. No good from outside. Looking at the last game for the Jazz, it was a win against the Wizards.
Well, in that one, they just had everything working offensively. It's a lot of fun when you get into that kind of a groove.
Yeah, I love watching that game, and in particular, their demeanor in their destruction in that game.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. It's good. And Gomez has got his third bucket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And stolen by Gay. In the corner, it's Clarkson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Jazz trail by 5. To the inside. Powell with the steal. And here's Covington. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the three at almost 60% for the game.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Gobert, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Whiteside comes in for Eric Pascal. Mitchell, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And it's Conley in for Clarkson. Now, here's Mitchell. 9 points in the game so far. Three-pointer. He can't hit that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip. Driving to the basket. And it goes down 2 points. Kennard's got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Utah Jazz. He dishes it to Mitchell. Gay in the corner. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Gay's got 6 points.
And this is Rudy Gay's game, outstanding at seizing the initiative and then looking to shoot once he catches the ball.
Passes it to Powell. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Now that's two teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. Conley against Kennard. Kicks it out to Gay. Gobert trying to get open. That one's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Gay.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Now here's Powell. He's coming off a 10-point game against Phoenix. Leonard the pass to Kennard. Leonard trying to break free. Kennard's shot is off. Utah's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Conley. Here's Gobert. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
And the length of Gobert can be so difficult to deal with. And that's why you have to be physical with him on defense.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And his free throws are falling at a rate of only about 72% on the season. Not terrible, but listen, you obviously would expect him to do better.
That free throw missing.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
Jackson, he's checked in for Kennard. Good on the second free throw.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That'll be his second foul of the game.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Knocked away. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Down low, here's Leonard.
And having Gobert gives them such a daunting presence on D. He can affect every shot in his area.
Mitchell against Powell. Now, here's Mitchell. Not a lot of room. 5 on the clock. Takes a 3. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
And the coaching staff loves this. Mitchell being assertive on offense and just imposing his will.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And already his 3rd foul. It's got to be time to get him out of there probably until the 3rd quarter.
Conley against Jackson. Kicks to Powell. Pass to George. Lock at 6. From 10 feet out. Off the left rim and out. Utah's gone for the three-pointer 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Gobert. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Trying to get something going. And the layup by Powell. Powell's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Jazz have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Mitchell outside. Makes that one his 6th of the night. Shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
One of the more powerful young guards in our game. Mitchell loves to attack the heart of the defense.
George looking over the floor. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got 6 rebounds here tonight, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Kicks it out to Leonard. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. The shot by Powell, no good. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for the Jazz. Rudy Gay on the wing, guarded by Powell. Conley against Jackson. For 3, Mitchell. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Mitchell's got the lead up to 3 now for the Jazz. Los Angeles calls timeout. And after a down season in 2020, with some questioning if he was over the hill, Greg, Mike Conley came roaring back last season.
And the first player ever to make his All-Star debut that far into his career. It had to feel something like redemption. And I tell you, he's not done yet. Has a nice new contract to prove it.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in for Norman Powell. To the middle. And with that, the Utah lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Paul George.
Well, Paul George has definitely garnered some strength through the years now, and he's developed that over time in the offseason, being diligent with his work ethic and gets through contact on that play.
Here's Conley. Paul George making his last shot. Here's Gobert shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Utah.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
It also feels like they just got into a great rhythm from the three-point line right away in the game.
A free throw drops for Gobert.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Gobert drops them both. Leonard with the ball. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Inside. Outside for Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. The 3 from George. Conley grabs the miss. Jazz leading by 3. Gay in the corner. Outside Conley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. The Jazz again can't hit it. L.A. has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Took him no time at all on that one. Leonard's got 14.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard. Killing it in transition.
Conley dishes to Gay. That's in there. Conley with the assist. Gay's got 8 points in the quarter.
You know, he's had better starts, obviously, but he's shaking it off here in the second.
Conley against Jackson. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. And the Jazz making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in.
Reggie Jackson, the former 24th pick by the Thunder, wasn't content to back up Westbrook. He basically forced his way out in search of a larger role.
Mitchell finds Gay. Cloak loose. Paul George with the steal. Man passes to Leonard.
And there was a slight panic in L.A. when Kawhi opted out of his deal. It quickly went away as Kawhi signed a new one with the Clippers. The Clippers can build knowing Kawhi is in it for the long haul. Always nice to know you have a star that you can win with.
That free throw, no good.
It was a quiet intensity that Kawhi Leonard brings to both ends of the floor, a defensive menace, and it's amazing to watch him just how disruptive he can be when he's guarding the 1, 2, 3, or even 4-man and messing up offensive scheme.
And the Jazz making a change here. Haskell's checked in. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
The improved touch of Jackson, especially from range, now making him a multi-dimensional threat.
Here's Alexander Walker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Reggie Jackson. The Jazz have scored 6 points from their 8 attempts at the line so far.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Juan Hernangomez, he's checked in for Gobert. And the Clippers with a change here too. Zubac is checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Hernangomez covering. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac, and he lays it straight in. Zubac has got 10.
Well, he seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. You see that pay off.
And there's the pass to Pascal. Dishes to Mitchell. Over Jackson. No good off the back of the rim. Clippers leading by 4. 1:14 left in the first half of the game. Back to Zubac. Over Mitchell. Again, the Clippers.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Jazz have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter, a nice efficient 50%. Mitchell against Jackson. Mitchell passes to Alexander Walker. Back to Mitchell for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac has got his 7th rebound here tonight. On the wing, Jackson. The 3. Utah with the rebound. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for O'Neal. The Clippers also changing it up. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Marcus Morris. And it's Luke Kennard in for Jackson. And Mitchell drops them both. Los Angeles leading by 4. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside, George, pass to Kennard. Now George, 32 points for him last game against Phoenix. Clock at 2, here's Batum, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
And that concludes the first half. Los Angeles on top, up by 6. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, guys. With Quinn Snyder, Coach, they came at you offensively, so what has to change for you defensively?
Well, a lot, obviously, with everybody on the floor. They're capable of doing this, but we're not. It's just too easy.
Got to tighten things up as we go along. Thanks for your time. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The story early on was Kawhi Leonard, who was on fire. He ended up with 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
Most of the damage they're doing is in the paint. They've made a concerted effort to work the ball inside, create high percentage looks. And that could open up the perimeter for them in the second half. They'll be worried about the post game.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Utah?
They need to turn up the intensity on D. Lots of guys standing around. Can't allow over 50% shooting in the stretch away. They need to make it tougher to get clean looks and force that offense out of his comfort zone.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. George in the front court, along with Leonard. Powell is out there with Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Jackson misses. Jazz trail by 6. Here's Clarkson. That one doesn't drop. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Here's Powell. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Powell's gone 50% from the field, 3 of 6. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days. They're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Mike Conley's checked in for Utah. It's Gobert with the ball for the Utah Jazz. Trailing here by 8. Here's Whiteside. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to George. Powell, no one around him. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Leonard against Conley. Rudy Gay on the wing. Over George. They get it back. Gobert. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Gobert's got 5 now.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
Jazz trail by 6. Mitchell outside. Conley finds Mitchell. Passes it to Gobert. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Now here's Powell. 8 points for him. From deep, George. Rebounded by the Jazz. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. It's Powell with the drive.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Conley after the Clippers pick up 2. Gay, that's a 2-pointer, and nothing but air on that one. Right side, Leonard. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Jackson misses.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Clippers. Jazz trail by 8. Conley up top, guarded by Jackson. Right side, no good. L.A. has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. Brent is someone with on-court and front office experience. Just how valuable is a good relationship, do you think, between the players and a team's executive leadership?
Well, Kevin, I don't think it's much different than a good friendship. You know, take it away from the court and think about things in your life that impact you. It's somebody that shows that they care for you beyond what it is that you bring to the table. And that's the most important part about earning and trying to gain trust with the players that you bring into any program, is that you want to let them know that you care, and you want to let them know that you have interest in them as people first. And if you can get to that point, that foundation and platform to build out a player and to have him grow with the organization, that's a priceless relationship.
And how about the speed of Mike Conley there in transition? He explodes up the court to ensure they convert on that fast break.
Now here's Leonard. 15 points in the game. Covington kicks to Powell. Jackson from long range. That shot no good. And it's Utah the other way. some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, our man is going for the jugular.
And it's Conley with the ball for the Utah Jazz. It's a 10-point game. Utah calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And Utah has possession. After the basket by Los Angeles, the drive by Mitchell. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Conley.
And the mechanics of Conley's shot are rock solid, allowing him to take a shot with no hesitation.
Jackson misses.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
They grabbed their own miss. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. The Jazz making a switch here. Hernan Gomez is jacked in. Clippers leading by 7. Outside, George. Driving in. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And for so long in Indiana, Paul George was that guy. But, boy, I tell you, he's been a good sidekick the last few years.
Well, he's been amazing and continues to be a little bit undervalued in the way that people assume Paul George's offensive and defensive game as a collective and the way it impacts winning, especially playing alongside Kawhi Leonard. Didn't have to take as much of the offensive load if he didn't want to. But Paul George still gets it done.
No good on the free throw.
The versatility of Paul George as he's matured and put some more weight on his frame through the years. He's an exceptional two-way player with outstanding length and a tremendous scoring ability.
Eric Pascal, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the second free throw, good. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Trailing here by 8. Pass to Mitchell. Basket counts. Mitchell's got 21 in the game.
And he can be slippery when he's up against tight D inside. There's no easy rejection opportunity when you're guarding Mitchell.
Now here's Jackson. 6 points for him. Here's Leonard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Outside Conley. The pass to Gobert. And the layup's good off the glass. Now just a 4-point Clipper lead.
And the bulk of Gobert's offense is going to come down low. Even if the D knows that, it can still be tough to stop.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
Utah has gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Conley against Jackson. On the wing, Mitchell. And that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 5 assists in the game. Powell, the pass to Covington. A rebound by the Jazz. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Here's Conley. Paul George grabs the miss. Clippers leading by 3. Oh, Leonard in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Yeah, you don't see many of these opportunities for this team, but Kawhi, one guy who can get up there and get it done.
Utah's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. Conley dishes to Mitchell. Five on the clock. Gobert trying to get open, and Covington sends it back. That one misses. The Jazz go the other way with it, and Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clarkson, he's checked in for Gobert. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Marcus Morris is checked in for Robert Covington. Batum comes in for George. Mann's checked in for Norman Powell, and it's Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. Leonard with the steal. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And good that time.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Hernan Gomez against Leonard. Over Hernan Gomez. And it's Leonard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They have not wasted any time here tonight. They've pushed it whenever they've had the opportunity and have gotten a lot of fast break points out of it.
Utah calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, the defense has not provided any threat to stop him out there, so it should come to no surprise that he continues to attack the basket.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for the Jazz. Haskell finds Mitchell. With the drive. It's not going to go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Man can't hit.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Clarkson for 3. Batum grabs the miss.
And it's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Hernan Gomez passes to Clarkson. That shot, no good. Great that time from Leonard. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. 2 shots. 2. The Clippers have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. The Jazz making a switch here. Alexander Walker's checked in. So he gets them both. Here's Mitchell. He's got 24. Pass to Alexander Walker. To stop the run. Great that time from Leonard. Los Angeles leading by 10. 1:51 left to play here in the third.
I mean, Kawhi Leonard, an MVP candidate. Why? Well, they're the reasons right there. One of the best two-way players we've seen in the past 5 years.
Utah's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. Here's Alexander Walker. It's deflected. Here's man.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. The Clippers have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
.130 left here in the third quarter. And the Jazz call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Here's Alexander Walker. 10 points for him. Hernan Gomez finds Clarkson. Here's the teardrop, and it's good on the layup. Clarkson's got his second bucket of the night.
And you're going to burn yourself when you get up that close to Clarkson. He's explosive.
Kennard against Mitchell. On the wing, Batum. Kennard, the pass to man. 6 to shoot. Back to Kennard. Here's Zubac. Outside for Batum. Los Angeles keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. And it's blocked. They retain possession. Clippers leading by 13. Kennard on the wing. There's 21 seconds left in the third, and he uses the glass on the layup. Kennard's got 7 points.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
And that one's good, Mitchell.
And there's an edge to Mitchell's game. He wants to be the guy in charge, and if that means he's got to get physical, he'll do it.
Kennard for 3. Oh, to beat the clock. God, what a play!
That is fun to watch. Lets it go at the very last second.
Oh, man, that's got to be frustrating for the defense, too. You just give up momentum like that at the end of the quarter.
And so it's Los Angeles with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. So with Conley sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Donovan Mitchell. He's out there with Jordan Clarkson. Rudy Gay is out there with Whiteside. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4.
Show of confidence right now from Jordan Clarkson and his jump shot.
Clarkson against Kennard. Over to the wing. Man passes to Zubac. Rebound, Utah. Whiteside's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. To the paint, here's Hernan Gomez. Got a hand on it, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. Los Angeles making a switch here. Powell's checked in. Batum against Gay. Mitchell outside. Bangs home the trifecta. Mitchell's got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, he's building off that strong first half he had. I'm not sure the defense will be able to figure him out in the second.
Man passes to Zubac, and it's blocked by Whiteside. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Passes it to Powell. Shot clock at 6. Count that bucket. And the Clippers lead by 13.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight. Like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Here's Mitchell. High post, Hernan Gomez. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Clearly a foul.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. Jackson, he's checked in for Terrence Mann. And he makes the first but misses the second. Well, we know Zubac can eat up space inside, Brent. Great job of securing rebounds.
Yeah, obviously, if he was playing starter minutes or anywhere approaching 30 minutes, Zubac is going to be in double figures, ripping down both offensive and defensive things on the glass. What's impressed me about him, though, is he's got great hands on the inside and has now become a very viable role target.
Now, Gay. Nicholas Batum missing from long range.
Now, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
At the elbow, it's Jackson. Inside, stolen by Clarkson. Mitchell in the corner. There's the triple. Knocked loose.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Jackson drives in. That one falls. And the Clippers lead by 14.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Clarkson. To the inside. Right side. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
That's just pure strength and size from Whiteside. Just a Hulk out there. It remains a matchup problem for basically any roster to try to match up physically.
And now the fast break. Mitchell with the ball. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now here's Jackson. He kicks it to Powell. Pass to Zubac. Clippers moving the ball around. Back to Batum. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 6 assists in the game. Clarkson passes to Hernan Gomez. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
There's the pass to Zubac. Kicks it to Batum. There's the dish to Powell. Just 5 on the clock. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Are we sure that's the same player, guys? He looks completely different. What confidence he's playing with, and look how engaged he is on both ends.
Now, here's Mitchell. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And that's part of what Mitchell brings to the table, the willingness to operate on the perimeter or get in there and mix it up on the interior.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for the Jazz. Mike Conley comes in for Jordan Clarkson. And the Clippers making a change here as well. George is checked in. And Mitchell drops them both. Los Angeles calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks.
And understanding where to run to in transition, Mitchell is very opportunistic when the break is on.
Pass to Powell. Driving the lane. Count it. Good. Powell's got 4 points this quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And here is Mitchell. Unloads. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Zubac's Clippers leading by 11. Jackson down low. He's covered by Whiteside. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Whiteside. Kawhi Leonard's checked in for the Clippers. There's Jackson with the three. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. That's tipped. And they'll get another chance. Conley kicks to Mitchell. Gay scanning the floor. 4 on the shot clock. No one covering. Conley's got it back down to within single digits for Utah.
And this pumps the whole team up. Conley's shooting ability brings energy and excitement.
And here's Leonard from 3. Utah with the rebound.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Mitchell against Powell. And it's Mitchell missing. Clippers leading by 8. Left side, Leonard. Pass to Powell. This one for 3. The offensive rebound. And the dunk by Zubac.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Here's Conley. The Clippers getting the bucket. Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Whiteside tried to break free. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Gobert.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Jackson, that one good for 2. Jackson's got 4 points this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Jazz trail by 10. Over in the corner, Conley. And Utah, another 3.
And how about the awareness of Mitchell? That's what stands out to me. He has a decision to make and does it with terrific timing.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Pass to Powell. Fires from deep. The Clippers rebound.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
Here's George. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. Two on the clock. Tries again.
They're still struggling to find the bottom of the net from three-point range this half. They were much better in the first.
And it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest. On defense, the Clippers. Gay passes to Conley. Gobert with it. No one near Whiteside as he lets it go. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Clippers leading by 7. Jackson kicks to Zubac. Gobert against Leonard. Outside, George over Gay. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Well, that's Paul George's game. Most accurate when somebody's feeding him and he's got his feet set.
Got a piece of it, and he recovers it. Tipped away. Stolen by Zubac. Jackson finds Powell. Back to Jackson. And it's Zubac atop the key. And the pass to Jackson. Here's Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. 25 points for Leonard.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. 11-point game. Utah calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, smart move here. Talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively. Nothing quite getting it done.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Norman Powell.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Their previous 2 games have been losses, so something had to change to get them going again. And he provided that spark, giving them a huge jolt of energy. Mitchell against Powell. Mitchell outside. Gay trying to break free. The shot by Mitchell, no good. Los Angeles leading by 11. Oh, Leonard in position. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now, here's Mitchell. Gay in the corner. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Yep, that one goes. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
Here's Conley. Paul George making his last shot. Mitchell up top, guarded by Powell. Mitchell passes to Gay. Clock at 6. Here's Conley. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. And George kicks to Leonard. Pass to Powell. And here's Leonard. And here's George for 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. 1:22 left in the game.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
Their inside game was what secured them the win tonight.
They had their way in the paint, and those are all high-percentage shots, but the defense couldn't stop them from getting down low.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight. And while it's a team game, you can't win without guys showing up. And that was the case tonight.
For Norman Powell.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Now here's Jackson. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Powell, the pass to Zubac. Over Gobert. Zubac, no good.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And it's Mitchell missing. Here's the Clippers. Powell finds Jackson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And Utah has possession. Down by 15. Gay can't hit. Leonard with the ball. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kawhi. The defense, of course, keyed in on slowing you down tonight, but your teammates stepped up. How important is that for you?
It feels great, you know. That's what a championship team is about. You know, when your star's not going or they double teaming you, then you got other guys knocking down big shots like they did tonight.
The others came correct, man, and you got the dub. Congrats. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. See you next time.